Hi guys, Technobricks here and welcome on to a brand new video. 2025 just ended and it's been a decently good year for LEGO. So I wanted to take a look at what were the best sets of this year and find out which one of them deserves the title of 2025 Set of the Year. Now, this is going to work in 3 steps. First, I will choose the best set from each team. Then, I will rate each set on a scale from 1 to 10 on the following criteria: the quality of the minifigures, the quality of the actual build, and the value of the set, what you pay versus what you get. Finally, I will take the top half sets and rank them by how much they were liked by the fans. So let's jump right in. Our first theme is Star Wars, arguably the best LEGO theme there is. And while there are a lot of great candidates like the V19 Torrent Starfighter, the ARC 170 Starfighter, the buildable K2SO or the Gingerbread 8080, I ultimately landed on the UCS Jango Fett Starship, set number 75409. Our second theme is Marvel, who has been quite disappointing in the last years. We did get some very good sets in 2025 though, like the Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock subway train scene, the Marvel logo, the Age of Ultron Quinjet, but I think the best one out of them all was 76324, Spider-Man vs. Oscorp. Keeping the superhero theme, I'm going to choose a DC set next, and here the best set by far is the Arkham Asylum, set 76300. It obviously was a Batman set, since there was only one set based on other DC superheroes. For Minecraft, it was yet another great year, since this theme is one of, if not the most consistent LEGO theme. The highlights were the playsets, of course, like the Armadillo Mine Expedition, the Trial Chamber, or the Pickaxe Mine. What I ended up choosing though is 21276, the buildable creeper, one of the few existing displaying Minecraft sets. Next up is Ninjago, who did not disappoint either. We got some amazing sets like the Temple Bounty, the Dragonian Storm Village, the Arc Dragon of Focus, and the new modular, the Ninjago City Workshops. We also got a new sub-theme, Ninjago Legends, with 2 sets, the Fire Knight mech and the Guardian Dragon. And after very careful consideration, I decided that 71847, the Guardian Dragon, is the better set and gets to be the best Ninjago set of the year. Harry Potter also had an interesting year, with 18 sets, almost half of them being display sets. So it's no surprise that these made up most of the candidates. The Chomping Monster Book of Monsters, oh wow, that's a weird name, the Hogwarts Express Book Nook, and the collector's edition of Hogsmeade Village. There were also some nice playsets, like the Hogwarts Main Tower, but ultimately these playsets won, with 76444 Diagon Alley Wizarding Shops. Creator Expert, or LEGO Adults as we know it, had of course the best sets like the Sherlock Holmes Book Nook, the buildable Soundwave, the Fountain Garden, or this year's modular building, the Tudor Corner. The French Café though, 10362, beats them all as it's truly stunning. At this point of making the video, I realized that it would take way too much to check out a set from every team. So I'll just speedrun the other sets that I believe have a chance of becoming set of the year. The Tyrannosaur Rex from Jurassic World, the Beauty and the Beast castle from Disney, the Going Merry from One Piece, the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20 F1 car from Technic, the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean, the Shire from Lord of the Rings, and finally the Neuschwanstein castle from LEGO Architecture. So these 14 sets are all of the ones competing for the title of 2025 Set of the Year. And now it's time to rank them. But first, a little ad. This is my cousin, and he's a big fan of movies. So he recently started an Instagram account where he'll be posting about movies, filmmaking, and also some movie reviews. Anyways, just go check out his account and his letterbox linked below, and let's get right back to rating these sets. First up, we got 75409, Jango Fett's Firesplay class starship. Minifigures. Only two, but they are both exclusives, so an 8 out of 10. The build, 9 out of 10. It's detailed and the shaping is great. The value gets an 8.3 out of 10. There are only 2 minifigures in a $300 set, but you do get 2,970 pieces. Overall, this set gets an 8.43 out of 10. Our second set is 76324, Spider-Man vs. Oscorp. Minifigures. There are 8 of them, with some exclusive ones, but the rest are relatively common, so 7 out of 10. The build. 8.5 out of 10. It's nice to get a whole street, and it's pretty detailed for a playset. Value, again 8 out of 10. 808 pieces is not very good for $140, but most of these pieces are big and there are also 8 minifigures included. Overall, this set gets a 7.83. Next up is 76300, Arkham Asylum. Minifigures. 16, and most of them are exclusives. 6 of them though are wearing the same prison jumpsuit. So 8.7 out of 10. The build, 9.4 out of 10. Very detailed and also full of Easter eggs. The value gets an 8.8 out of 10. 2,953 pieces is good for $300, especially with 16 minifigures. Overall, an 8.96. 21276, The Creeper. Our smallest set in the list. Minifigures. Only one big creeper, unfortunately built from common existing pieces, so 5 out of 10. The build gets our first 10 out of 10. The texture is really well recreated in Lego form, and this creeper has just as much articulation as its in-game counterpart. The value gets a 9.5 out of 10. 665 pieces is amazing for $40, but there are a lot of very small 1x1 tiles. Overall, 8.16. The minifigures are really bringing it down. 71847, The Guardian Dragon. It has only one minifigure, an exclusive and very detailed Master Wu, so it gets 8 out of 10 on this criteria. The build, 10 out of 10, one of the greatest Ninjago dragons. The base is also stunning. The value is 9.4 out of 10. 1,650 pieces for $150 is very good, but there is only one minifigure included. Overall, a 9.13. 76444, Diagon Alley Wizarding Shops. Minifigures, none, but the set does include 12 exclusive microfigures, so 7 out of 10. The build gets an 8.5 out of 10. It's an amazing microscale recreation of the Diagon Alley, with multiple display options. It can be a bit uncanny in soft places. The value, 9 out of 10. 2,750 pieces for $200 is great, but most of the pieces are small and there are no actual minifigures. Overall, 8.16. 10362, French Cafe. Minifigures, again, none. The build, a 9.8 out of 10. It's absolutely stunning, but those gaps in the archway above the door are kind of unsettling. The value, 9 out of 10. 1,101 pieces for $80 is an amazing deal, but again, most of the pieces are small and there are no minifigures whatsoever. Overall, 9.4. 76968 Dinosaur Fossils Tyrannosaurus Rex. Minifigures only 2, but they are both exclusives, so 8.3 out of 10. The build gets a 9.7 out of 10. It's absolutely fantastic and also huge. The value a 9.5 out of 10. 3,145 pieces for $250 is a crazy deal, but there are only 2 minifigures included. Overall, 9.1. 43263 Beauty and the Beast Castle. Minifigures, there are 5 of them and also 5 buildable characters, but all of the minifigures are exclusives, so 8.7 out of 10. The build gets a 9.5 out of 10. It's beautifully detailed, but it is kind of cheating to only use printed pieces for the ballroom. The value a 9.3 out of 10. 2,916 pieces for $280 is a very good ratio, and the minifigure selections is not bad at all. Overall, 9.1. 75639 The Going Merry Pirate Ship. Minifigures 5, 3 of which are exclusives, and they all have specialized molds, so 9 out of 10. The build, again 9 out of 10. Nice shaping and detailing, but it's still on a playset level, not a UCS one. The value 8.5 out of 10. 1,376 pieces for $140 is average, but the minifigure selection is very good. Overall, 8.83. 42206 Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20 F1 car. Minifigures, none. The build, 9 out of 10, very nice shaping and detailing for a Technic set, but it can be a bit uncanny. The value only gets a 7.3 out of 10. 1,639 pieces for $230 is just a horrible deal. Overall, it gets an 8.15. 10365 Captain Jack Sparrow Pirate Ship. Minifigures 8, all exclusive to this set and pretty detailed, so 9.5 out of 10. The build, 10 out of 10, simply incredible, especially considering the fact that you can remove part of the hull for multiple display options. The value gets a 7.8 out of 10. 2,862 pieces for $380 is also horrible, but there are a lot of large pieces and textiles, and also 8 very good minifigures. Overall, 9.1. 10354 The Lord of the Rings The Shire. Minifigures 9, and all are exclusive to this set, so 9.3 out of 10. The build, 9.5 out of 10. The hill and the house's interior are beautiful, and the sail builds are not bad either. The value, 8 out of 10. 2017 pieces for $270 is pretty bad, but again, there are a lot of large pieces and also 9 good minifigures. Overall, 8.93. Our last set is 21063 Neuschwanstein Castle. It has no minifigures, but the build is a direct 10 out of 10. Both the terrain and the actual castle are simply outstanding. The value gets an 8.8. 3,455 pieces for $280 is an amazing deal, but there are a lot of very small pieces. Overall, 9.4. That was a lot of sets, but here are all the ratings. As you can see, our top half sets are the Neuschwanstein Castle, the Black Pearl, the Beauty and the Beast Castle, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the French Café, the Guardian Dragon, and the Arkham Asylum. And now it's time to rate them based on their hype. In last place is the Beauty and the Beast Castle. I really didn't see that many people talking about it, apart from some Disney fans. The French Café is next. Like I said, it's stunning. The part usage is incredible, but there was no real hype around it. The third set to be eliminated is the Neuschwanstein Castle. It is considered one of, if not the best LEGO architecture sets, but these sets are not that popular among fans. Next up, we got the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It was talked about, but many people were saying that its size was a problem for displaying. And now we're getting to the top 3. And the first one to go is the Guardian Dragon. It is probably the best ever LEGO dragon, but it pales in popularity compared to the Arkham Asylum. There is just way more hype around Batman than there is around Ninjago. So that leaves us with our winner, 10365, Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, or how we all call it, the Black Pearl. Well deserved, honestly. Pirates of the Caribbean is a huge franchise, and the Black Pearl is one of its most recognizable elements. And also credit where it's due. The designer, Mike Psiaki, did an amazing job recreating it in LEGO form. That was all for today, but tell me in the comments, was I fair with the rankings? And which one of these sets was your favorite? Anyways, Happy New Year and God bless you.